Welcome to our artifact that examines American progress and cultural traditions through the lens of America's favorite pastime, baseball. Here we have an unusual setup in Metaverse. Normally, the field is on the ground. Here, it is played on the rooftop, and fans can enjoy the game by hovering in midair. After Rebecca built the museum that pays tribute to our theme, I laid the sod, created the infield dirt, added foul lines, the batter's box, bases, and pitcher's mound. My most difficult building challenge was creating a large enough arc for the infield playing area. I ended up piecing together a variety of prims to make it realistic. I was responsible for second base. Here, you get a note card giving instructions to tour the Disability Rights exhibit and prepare for a Socratic Circle. Let's teleport downstairs. Like any idea that percolates, what I wanted to achieve for second base kept evolving. Based on the theme of perseverance, I chose to recognize ball players who had met and had overcome adversity. Brendan had suggested a larger scope, so I began thinking about those with disabilities. This idea then evolved to a history of the disabilities rights movement. We first encountered the father of the disabilities rights movement. Ed Roberts battled the UC Berkeley establishment to gain acceptance into the university. Next, you learn about such legislation as the Architectural Barriers Act and IDEA. Dave Trevecki and Jim Eisenreich are introduced. The last exhibit piece captures the future with a look at assistive and adaptive technologies.
For our project, I built the initial structure, which now houses the museum below the baseball field. I also worked on creating a Hall of Fame that links up with home plate, where a user can add his or her name or another likeness after completing the activities at each base. Up on the field, I created the initial instructions in note card format. This note card is linked to the floating baseball at home plate and explains how to navigate the bases and the museum to complete the activities. Some of my behind-the-scenes jobs included taking copies of our objects in order to create backups of our work and serving as the media person for the group. The media work allowed me to research audio scripting, the fruits of which can be found throughout our structure at the boombox, the Dave Trevecki poster, and up on the field.
Our project relates baseball and American history. My portion of the project discusses baseball and civil rights. I focused on Jackie Robinson and his impact on the civil rights movement by using a timeline with a mixture of events from the civil rights time period with the events and contributions made by Jackie Robinson. As the children explore the timeline, they are to consider how Jackie Robinson and Major League Baseball impacted the civil rights movement. They are to think about the struggles faced by Jackie Robinson and compare these struggles to their own present struggles in school and in life. The students are then challenged to write a note card about an event that has occurred in their lives in which they had to take a stand for what they believed in, displaying some of the qualities of Jackie Robinson and other heroes of the civil rights time period. The timeline represents a series of note cards and links to websites illustrating the important events of the civil rights time period. At the end of the timeline, the kids can choose to explore further with a link to an interactive timeline on the web.
Starting on the baseball diamond, my main section was third base. I plopped the third baseman and wrote a note card about the general rituals and traditions of baseball. Now teleport down to the third base wall. There are many different objects that are along the wall. Each of these objects symbolizes a personal tradition or team tradition, such as the baseball represents the Chicago Cubs fans throwing back a visiting team's home run, or the number 3 represents Larry Walker's obsession with that number. You can touch the radio and hear a rendition of Take Me Out to the Ballgame that is performed at the 7th inning stretch. After viewing all the different objects, there is a ritual and tradition glass case wall. This wall is meant for the students to create a symbol to represent a tradition in his or her family. Overall, it was really fun working with my group.